Welcome to Melville Digital Hub.
Channel that is dedicated to Ghana, Ghanaians, and the people with interest in Ghana. We are here to ask questions that we believe will initiate a mindset for Ghanaians, youth, elderly, leaders, and all stakeholders involved in making sure that the country called Ghana is up to whatever initiative that is supposed to be put in place to ensure that Ghanaians have the capability and the ability and the readiness to tackle our problems that are facing us in everyday life. If you come to a country called Ghana, it is one of the pioneers of Africa. And if you check in the history of Ghana, you realize that we have a lot of people who are talented, who are blessed with a lot of intelligence and knowledge and wisdom that if all efforts were to channel in the right direction to ensure that Ghana is transformed for all, I am sure from the date we got our independence in 1957 to now, Ghana would have been like Europe, where people come in to look for jobs. But almost 50 years after independence, Ghana have not been able to tackle the basic problems that are facing us, including employment. Jobs in the country is very limited, and there is a lot of competition for the little jobs that are there. Companies and organizations that are supposed to have been there to ensure that the problems that we are faced are tackled are in one way or the other not being handled. And you might have the curiosity to ask why. Is it because we have problem with our leaders? Is it because we have problem with our citizens? Is it because we have problem with foreigners who in one way or the other do not want this country called Ghana to be developed for their own reasons? So what all things being equal, we intend not to blame people. We intend not to insult people, but we just want to give it the benefit of the doubt that we are starting afresh. Why is Ghana where we are? Where do we start and where should we go? And what must we do in order to get what we want? If the problem that we are facing is that we import a lot of things from other countries, is it because those countries are better than our country? That's why they're able to create those things that we are going there for. Are they having something that we lack, that we cannot actually produce that things in our own environment? So the problems that we are facing from health, education, food, security, and all the things that we need as a country, there is the need for us to start asking how, where, and what can we do in order to get those things done. So that is what we are here to do. And we just want your cooperation, your support, your contribution. We have a lot of experienced people. We have a lot of people with in-depth knowledge in terms of economics, in terms of digital infrastructure, in terms of automobile and manufacturing, if not in the country, but we have Ghanaians outside the country who have a lot of experience in those things. So we have to start coming together to find a solution to the problems that we are facing. So we are just coming to ask the questions: what must the youth of Ghana start doing differently from now on? And what are they doing currently that is not helping? What must they do differently from now? Where do we start? Where do we head? And how do we ensure that we do not leave the track where we are supposed to be focused on, where we are supposed to be heading to, and the problems and solutions that we are supposed to find. So every problem that is in existence is an opportunity for those who have the entrepreneurial mindset, because they see problems as opportunities for them. So they just try to turn the problems into solutions. And once they find solutions to the problems, it becomes an opportunity for them to make something. If somebody is hungry, the person needs food to eat. So if you could set up a food vendor to provide him a healthy, nutritious meal at the time that he is in need of the food, it means that he will actually offer you something in return for taking the meal or having a cup of coffee from your restaurant. And that is, in one way or the other, creating opportunities for those who have identified the need to provide services and solutions. So what are we supposed to do? Ghana as a country is blessed with a lot of resources, and how are we utilizing these resources locally to our benefit and to the benefit of all Ghanaians? It's high time for us to start thinking of finding solutions from our localities and then ensure that within the short possible time, we will be able to be producing something for the whole world